Are you trying to start selling your handmade products online, but you just don't know where to begin? Well, you're not alone. There are 10 questions that every new seller has, and I'm here to help answer those for you. My name is Elisa, and I've been selling online and in person in my own retail stores for the past 18 years. So I've got some answers, some solutions, and some hard knocks that I've learned over the years to help you start your business and maybe make the road a little less bumpy. The first thing we're going to talk about is niche. Now, everybody says that you need a niche if you're going to be starting a business. So you might ask yourself, well, what is a niche? Let's talk about differences and niches and maybe help you figure out how you're going to decide what niche you're going to start for a successful online selling business. Let's say that you were a candle maker and candle making was your niche. Now, there are a lot of candles and there are a lot of different niches within candle making. That may not be something you've thought about, but it is something you will have to think about when starting your business. We've got different types of buyers in the candle business. We've got buyers that are casual, buyers that are serious, and buyers that maybe just buy occasionally. So let's look at some different types. And even though we're talking about candles, this can reference any other type of business. You just have to break it down when you're trying to decide your niche. So let's say that you were going to be selling and making soy-based candles. So you would have to think of your buyer as somebody who's eco-friendly, maybe somebody who's looking for a clean burning candle. And then you also have to think about the packaging of that soy-based candle. You'd probably use natural colors. You'd probably use maybe paper wrapping or something that is environmentally friendly for the earth. That would be a niche in the candle making. Another side of candle making might be luxury candles. So therefore, you'd think about fancy candle jars. You'd think about high-end smelling scents. Maybe your packaging would have just a small little logo, come in white, and be minimalist. Let's say you're making fun candles. Now we're talking about bright colors, we're talking about different shapes, maybe food shapes or character shapes. That would be a different niche. And your packaging for that type of customer would be bright. Maybe it would be themed. Maybe it would have different characters on it. It would be just fun and bubbly. So that's how you have to look at your niche. What type of customer are you trying to attract? And what type of product are you selling? For example, two of a niche, we will talk about clothing. So you've got to decide, are you selling clothing for men? Are you selling clothing for women? Are you selling clothing for children? In that niche, you'd have to decide, are your clothes going to be bright, playful, and colorful with fun, bright designs and prints? Or are your clothes going to be eco-friendly, organic cotton, and maybe recycled fabrics? Are your clothes going to be costumey, maybe for dress up and for themed outfits? So that's another way to break down the niche. Now you also have to decide, again, are we selling these to men, to women, to children, or are you going after the baby category? So once you figure out what category you're selling in, then that will help define your niche. Also, once you're in that niche, you've got to decide what type of product you're going to be putting out. Again, are we going for the high-end buyer with luxury? Are we going for the casual buyer? Or are we going for a buyer who may only buy on special events, occasions, and holidays? Example 3 would be something like baked goods. What type of customer are you trying to attract if you were baking goods? Are you making gluten-free treats for maybe targeting customers that have allergies, food allergies, or are you making custom sugar cookies decorated by hand and maybe sold for birthdays? Are you making holiday-themed treats such as Halloween, Christmas cookies, What type of cookies are you making and what type of customer are you looking for? So you can see how picking a niche can really help define your business and make it easier for you when you're also preparing for the types of customers that you're looking for, but also for the type of products that you may be seeking to buy and the merchandise that you may have to seek out to get your business started. Does that make sense? I hope that defining niche today helps you understand the basics of starting your business and you can really sit down and think about what you like, what is fun for you to make and create or sell, and what type of customer you're looking for. Now, I will be laying down more business tips for you here weekly, so make sure that you like and subscribe this video and check back often to get more business tips. My name is Elisa, and thanks for watching.